Okay, Andrew, here's what we're looking at. Oh, I said my son's name, but I'm also saying your name, and he just said what? But if you look at your feet, number one, you're starting with your feet already wide, and I know that because the only thing that changes after your feet leave the ground are the angle of your feet, and that creates quite a bit of a problem because your knees are not allowed to track over your toes. And I know that because the side of your foot right here, and you can see there's a gap. Oops, I don't need that line. There's a gap underneath your foot on the outside of your feet as you get into the full squat position. So as you do this next one, your feet go back to the same angle, and I would actually call that your front squat foot stance. And if you can make your front squat foot stance be your landing position, I think you'll be in a much better position. So that I would consider that your landing position. And instead of rotating your feet out, I would rather have you start with your feet hip width apart. Right here, they're shoulder width apart. So start with hip width, so directly underneath your hips. And then as you explode up, then your feet are going to go out to that position, and hopefully do that without rotating the feet out. Okay, now we'll go back to the beginning real quick. One more. There we go. You do a good job of exploding up, but right here you can see that the elbow, let's get rid of that one. I like that one. The elbow is bent, but you have not reached full extension of the legs. Right there is full extension of the legs, which is why I would rather have you going feet underneath the hips.
Are you talking to Andrew?
His name is Andrew. And right at that point is where you want to be flexing at the elbow. And you're already at about 45 degrees at that point.
Are you talking to me?
Andrew, we've already covered this. His name is Andrew. Okay, and again, your foot width stance is too wide. So let's go to the next one, and I think we have the same thing going on here. So you go down into position and explode up. Now here, right here, you're starting to pull with those arms, and you have not reached full extension. I want you to get full extension at the hip, knee, and ankle, which is right there. And again, you're already probably greater than 45, almost at 90 with the elbow. So keep those things in mind, and then be able to pull yourself under the bar, separating those feet to shoulder width apart with the feet rotated inward instead of outward. Your knee is probably experiencing some pain. I don't know. We haven't talked about that, so we'll find out. I'll find out for sure from you next time I see you. All right, man. Otherwise, it looks pretty good, and I'm not too worried about your technique, but some things to improve on.